So this is my newest, fastest run. I'll be trying to comment it. So you can see that immediately I'm messing up the menuing. Anyway, so this is the first time I'm commenting the run. Just trying it out. If you want to know how this exploit is working, where I skip the nest, then you should leave a comment and then I'll explain. Anyway, because I'm doing it in the Flash projector I'm using, I had to do it in the windowed mode, but now I'm back in full screen. So you start out after skipping the huge nest and the big nest, I do the small nest with a higher spawn limit. The thinking in the beginning is to just clear this nest as quickly as possible. If I can, I want to get unfortunate. So you can see that I knew that a new gloople would spawn soon, so I went to the edges. Now I know that there's some time before the next gloople spawn, so I don't care about being at the edge. In a little while I'll be going back to the edge in the hopes of having a biter jump at me. Here you can see I'm trying to be by the edge. Unfortunate is really the most annoying. You can see that there was a clutter spawning. This means that the new gloople spawning this time is not a biter, unfortunately. But a clutters are good for finishing the nest quickly because you can farm them like that. I should have farmed that one. Okay. I also in speedrunning I often end up ignoring clutters because you have to get exterminator, which requires you to kill 1000 green glooples. This takes a very long time, so you don't really have time to kill everything a lot. You should focus on killing the green glooples. Oh, I got the brutal swing? I didn't see why, but okay. It doesn't really matter, I will get the 300. I'll get the maximum points swing later anyway. At that point I got dirty job, which is nice. Yeah, I got it very early this time. It doesn't really mean much for the speedrun, but it's a good quality of life thing, not having to be slowed down by the sticky goop. Now I could be trying to get unfortunate, but this far into the nest I don't want to. I found a queen here, which is okay. It's actually very nice. I think if you survive the queen, then it's very nice, because then you don't have to find a queen later. Nest clear in interesting. This time now that I'm commenting on the run I've done, I can see the time. I can see that I finished the first nest in 3.5 minutes. I'm not used to seeing how fast it is because I don't see the clock when I'm running. And then this is the most boring part, practice mode part, where you just try to find the oozle. And then second most boring part is trying to find a gray. Not much to say. I increased the spawn limit so that it's slightly faster, but in that doesn't really matter because I had to spend 10 minutes in practice mode anyway, so it doesn't really matter how fast it is. Which is nice, because then that decreases the RNG of the speedrunning. That was a grey. I now found out that the grey does not form completely before I've officially discovered it. It just formed partially and then it walked off the screen. And then I found the Void Eater. This is a quite fun part of the run, just like playing with biters. You can work on like activating them in such a way that they're not a problem for you later. So it's slightly interesting. Also trying to like weave through them, it's quite nice. Yeah. And then I think at this point I'm slightly confused what am I actually doing. But looking back at it now, I went to the right mode quickly, so yeah, I guess it's fine. Whenever I'm confused when running, it feels like I'm confused for a very long time, but then I look back at it and it's like less than a second. At that point I actually should have killed the clutter and then pushed one of the babies out of the map. But it doesn't really matter. But it's like slightly unoptimal. And there I got unfortunate, right? In the first bounty run. Oh, that's perfect. After like getting like 50 points or something. Oh, that's actually perfect. Getting unfortunate at that time. Oh. Ugh. So now I can focus on actually getting a good bounty run, on trying to survive for 10 minutes and finding the Razor Queen. I got accident prone very easily, which is also nice, though it usually isn't a problem either. So. And oh yeah, I'm doing the Blade Master award. Yeah, making the... Oh, and I failed the Blade Master award. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8. So you can see that I'm specifically targeting glooples because you need 1,000 of them and that's so much. So you have to really work on getting enough glooples. Getting enough clutters can also be difficult, but like Melties is completely fine. Inkis is completely fine. Here I'm trying to get the blind sight, and I'm not swinging, I forgot that I had to get like the what's it called, Zen Master, for killing an enemy while blinded. I forgot about it, so I'm like angry at myself at this point because I had to get blind again, and then I do it like that, but I saw that there was a melty and I was despairing, and I saw there was a grinder, and oh. So I lost some minutes, maybe something like a few minutes, because I died in the run. Ideally I would survive for 10 minutes and find the Razor Queen. There's a big difference between that and dying early. But I could have been further into the run and died, and that would have been worse. At least I didn't lose that much progress. Oh, I think I also forgot to get jackpot. And I always forget to get jackpot. And now even when watching back I forgot to notice if I got jackpot or not. And I almost forgot to comment on it. I don't know why. It's always been a problem. I even practiced like getting jackpot, even though it really shouldn't be a problem. But I have practiced getting jackpot, and every time I forget to get the jackpot. It's really strange. Maybe it's the award you get when you get exactly 777 points. and maybe like at that point of a bounty run you're usually occupied by other things, I don't know. But for some reason I always forget it. I guess we will see soon when I forget it again. I also noticed that fossils are spawning, which means that I have to try to get clean shave, another annoying award, because as you will see here, the fossils just move out of the screen or they move into acid or something. And now I'm getting a Zen Master, yeah. Almost getting killed by a shark in the process. And this part, getting till it breaks by whacking your sword at a shark 30 times. Or is it 50? Something like that. Oh, that's a scary one. You have to... It's so easy to swing your sword in the wrong angle and then killing yourself. I got clean shave pretty early actually. It wasn't problematic this time. Oh, and I'm getting burn ward, and even had to teleport after the Inky's away. This was a very nice run actually. Well, I mean it's a new personal best, so it should be, but I didn't realize at the time. But it was very nice. Getting unfortunate very early. That was bad. That was just bad planning. But the rest of the run was nice. Most of the run was nice. That I get unfortunate early, get clean shave early, get burn ward early. I guess it doesn't matter that much that I get it early when I die, because that resets a lot of the progress. Having to do multiple bounty runs is not good. You can see that I cancelled the process of an Uthal transforming into a grey. And I did that consciously. I stopped myself from killing the Uthal and thinking, hey, maybe I couldn't remember if I had preventative measures or not, so I thought maybe I could allow the Uthal to turn into a grey, then cancel the process and get preventative measures. But it turns out I do have preventative measures, so it was just wasted time and effort. So I'm not doing that again. Something nice about doing multiple bounty runs, which is not what we want to do, but something nice about doing it is that you get to kill a lot of gloopals. And I think as the runs are getting better, that is what is holding me back. Killing enough gloopals, specifically green gloopals, but also grinders are difficult, torches can be difficult, clutters can be difficult, even sharks and fossils can be difficult. And like the solution to this problem will be that I have to do these bounty runs with a higher spawn limit. Currently it's at 8, which is the easiest, but also means that you kill fewer enemies than with a higher spawn limit. And this is a nice segment, like navigating through the sharps and timing with the clutter projectiles. I like that part. It's so nice when like the clutter timing lines up and you're like in sync. It's so nice. It's one of the things I really like about this game. And I get till it breaks. Very happy because it's a scary award. You can see that I'm hunting down the green gloopals. Going out of my way to kill some extra ones. So yeah, I think in the future maybe I should try increasing the spawn limit, but I've tried sometimes before and it makes the game much harder. And you can see I'm already dying in some of the bounty runs. So I guess I just have to get better. I killed okay. Firstly, I forgot to talk about the jackpot again. You could see that once again I've forgotten to get jackpot, and very fittingly in this video I've forgotten to comment on it again. Yeah, but there's not much to say, I guess. I don't remember if I forget it another time, maybe. Oh, I think I do. Yeah, at least once more. Oof. I had to really. Yeesh. It's anyway. Oh yeah. I remember. I was so proud of myself because I actually tried to make that happen. I tried to make that explosion happen. I saw that the torch was going to end up in a space where I could make the sharp go, and I was thinking, hey, I could try to like make them collide and get demolition, and then it actually worked. I was so so pleased with myself. It's so nice because demolition can also be annoying. Because you have to get a torch, which is rare, and it can be difficult to find enough torches to kill, and then you have to blow one up as well. It's just annoying. Also, it's easy to die, right? When the torch explosions are so big. Oh, I've really been struggling lately with lag, and it's starting to get on my nerves a bit. I remember at the end of the run when I like placed my hand on the button to stop the timer in preparation of stopping the timer. I noticed that my computer, and it's a laptop, it's not very good and it's old. I noticed that it was starting to heat up, and you know the laptop going warm when you're playing a flash game, it's not a good sign. Oh, I hope it's the heat of the laptop making the game lag, and not just the fact that it's an old flash game. If that's the case, then it's much more difficult to do something about. That was a okay amalgam kill. Yeah, it was nice. I really started to enjoy playing against clutters. Like trying to time your swings. Oh, trying to time your swings so that you either step out of the way of the projectiles or you deflect the projectiles. It's very nice. You can sometimes activate the projectiles early so that you're more free later. It's pretty cool. Oh, I remember I was sad seeing that torch go. It's difficult to find enough torches. So once one of them just walks off the screen, it's kind of sad. What I should have done there is to lead Frosty the other way and then use it to freeze the clutter. That would have been more efficient, and that was dubious as well. And that was disappointing. I really thought I would get a grinder kill there, but I didn't even hit acid. Oh. Here I let the fossil live because I want to kill enough fossils. Hey, one hit. Intermediate usual kill and 2 hits. And turret mode. Turret mode is scary because she can be ruthless in this mode. Sometimes. But this time she's okay. It's it could have been a lot worse. What's that? The 3 hits, I think? 4 and then 5. Ooh. And it was so close I teleported to get safe. Then I get very close to that amalgam and I kill it very neatly. It was a very clean kill. Very easy kill. And I have that spike in the corner. It's interesting because it changes the dynamic a little bit. It means that if a torch spawns in that corner, then it can immediately explode. It means that you can lead enemies into the spike and they will die. You can even kill queens on that spike. You can kill amalgam on that spike. It's very good. Just slightly scary with the torchy thing, but it's generally pretty good to have spikes like that. And now I get untouchable, so I think, well, I don't really need this mode anymore, so I go die on the spike, because dying on a spike is a unusual way to die, and unusual ways to die is good. Good for getting awards. So I stress about a bit, and I find out that I could be doing the things that I could have been doing regardless of what the award screen told me. And I mess about in the menus, and looking back, I look very stressed. I think I am quite stressed when doing these runs. They are very fun to do, but I started to kill myself at the end of failed runs. I failed the bounty runs and stuff. And I think it helps a lot, because you have to die 100 times during this run. So if you manage to die 20 times like that, and then that's time saved. Nice about having to kill Usos is that you also get to kill Gloopals, and I have to kill a lot of Gloopals, so that's nice. I get the award and I spend a little more time just killing Gloopals, and because I want to die in Usul. That's another way to die, and I need to die in 15 different ways, so then I mess up the menuing a little bit, but then I mess up the timing twice, and I got it on my 3rd try, and then I kill myself and retry. You actually have to kill a lot of greys, I think. When you when you run this game without these exploits, then so much time goes to like finding enough greys, and it's a very tedious task if you don't force spawn them like I do here. At least it's not that difficult. It's not like you have to get Burnward multiple times. Did they get this matter already? I don't know, but I also want to die to the... yeah, I did. I also want to die to the grey like that. I think that counts as a distinct kind of... a distinct way to die. I don't really know, but I think so. I decompiled the game code in like JPEXS, JPEXS Flash decompiler, and started to look at the code, but I don't really know Flash, so it's taking a while. And I think I can like find out what are the distinct ways to die. I think that would be not too difficult for me to do. But I haven't looked at it too much yet. I haven't looked at it enough yet. This is a nice part of the run, fighting the queen, because I need to practice fighting the queen more, really. I haven't figured her out. She's strange. A strange woman. Yeah, like that. Why didn't that work? I don't know. Why didn't that work? I don't know. Oh, that was just bad distancing. That was good. Did you know that... Oof. Oh, nice teleport. Did you know that if a queen parasite infects a torchy, then it will turn into a queen, but it will not explode? I found that. I don't remember how I found that, but I found that in practice mode. Yeah. I found out in practice mode while practicing against queens. It was very scary to think that it could explode and then create a queen. That would be horrifying. But at least it doesn't explode for some reason. Killing Horus is also kind of fun. You can get it quite consistently, as long as it doesn't shoot too many teeth at you. But like, the discs are sort of predictable, mostly predictable. Oof. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the teeth are scary. They're the scariest part, really. No fear. Nice. And then I want to die to a grinder, because I think that's a distinct way to die. Wait, why did I kill it? I think that was just a misplay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. But I know something that I have to do at some point anyway, so I might as well do it immediately, and then it's easier to understand what the award screen is saying. And that was a very strange way to kill the Void Eater, but it works, and I even got the bug that gets me the second award immediately. And then I want to die to the gravity beam. Yeah. I think I even go back again to die to the gravity well later, but I die like that because I think that's a distinct... Yeah, look at that! I think it's a distinct way to die. I think it's even different from dying to a grinder. It looks different, so it should be, right? I die like that. I don't know if that's a distinct way to die. Maybe. I really should read through the decompiled code. I think this is a less interesting part of the run. Like... Oh, like the killing all the difficult enemies part. And there I was just outplayed by the amalgam. Very well play by that amalgam. I have to retry. Hope to find a less skilled amalgam. But I think maybe. But it happens again, yeah. They're learning, I think. So I have to do it again, third try. Usually I don't have to retry, because amalgam are not... Amalgam and just glucose is usually fine, but apparently not this time. Yeah, look at that. Bad positioning, that was. I even struggle to find food for the amalgam. I'm not doing well with my amalgam this time. Here it splits into two parts, and it's getting very small, and I mean I guess I also should like keep track of how many amalgam I killed, so that I can kill the last one as the yeah, because there I know that I killed the last one. And now I'm struggling to find out what to do. I'm hoping that if I keep doing these speedruns, then I will not struggle like this as much in the future. Well, I am struggling a lot less now than I did in the beginning, so it should be working. And I find out that I have to die in many ways, and I have to kill enough glucose. I think that's what I wanted to do. And I saw that there are actually multiple enemies that I have to kill more of. I think also clutters and also biters apparently. Wow, that's usually not a problem. And grinders are usually a problem. Yeah, various fossils apparently. Various enemies that I have to kill more of. And the fastest way to do that, should I just kill those frosties from earlier? The fastest way to do that is in hardcore mode at slow speed, so that I don't get too many bosses. Oh right, I was also trying to get jackpot, and that time I also forgot to get it, and this time I also forget to comment on it. Maybe me and my past self will remember sometime in the future. Yeah. I'm noticing that it's so important to kill enough enemies. When the run was longer than an hour, that was not much of a problem. Maybe like getting enough grinders or torches was a problem, but nothing more than that. But now I have to get enough stickies even. That's so I think the improving in the future would be to oh, this is a mess. I think in the future I would have to do something to kill more enemies earlier. I want to burn to death. Oh yeah, again I forgot to get jackpots, and now I'm burning to death and then retrying. Ways to make the enemy killing more efficient would be to increase the spawn limit, which makes the run more difficult and less consistent. Or I could somehow maybe find the razor glaive earlier, but I don't know how that will be. Maybe if I read the code more, I can find out better ways to find the razor queen quicker. But then I will also have to like it doesn't really make sense because I want to do all of it. I want to do 10 minutes and finding the race queen in one bound run anyway, so it doesn't make my... I don't know. To get fault line, I think. I don't think I have it yet. That was weird. Why didn't I kill those fossils? Oh, yeah, I'm getting... yeah, I'm getting jackpot. Finally. Past me finally remembered. Even though present me did not. And past me finally got jackpot. Because the most difficult part about getting jackpot is to remember to get jackpot. Really, it's not that hard. Sometimes I try to get jackpot and I fail, even though I remember, but it's so much more common that I fail because I don't remember that I should do it. And there I get smashed, and that's a good way to die because it's fairly unusual. Now I want to get the combo awards. It will also give me the killer swing award, and I found out that I should probably get the grenade so that I can kill myself. I feel like this video will have a lot of weird sound bites where I say that I will kill myself. That does not reflect upon my real life, but it's a very important part of the game. I think if I remember correctly, the game says variety is the spice of life and also horrible messy death, or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm quoting correctly. At this point I remember I was worried, did I get the 8 combo or not? And yes, I did. But I think I got the 7 combo award before I got the 8 combo, and that's... I thought it was the other way around, so I was confused. Yeah, now I'm pausing. Yeah, I guess we'll just be here for 2 minutes. In the run I was thinking about what to do next, and I was... I wish I remembered what I was... what conclusion I was making. Because I have to kill more gloopals, and I have to die in more ways. For example, I haven't died to a shark yet, and that's a very common way to die. We could probably skip a little bit ahead because now it takes 2 minutes to get this award. And I don't have much to say. No, many people criticize this game for not having good music, but I like the music. It's nice. It's made by Revolution Void. And I think it's that kind of music that it's easy to get allowance to use it in videos and games and stuff. Absentee, and then I go into hardcore fast apparently, and I kill gloopals because I have to kill more gloopals. Yes, I have a lot of interesting things to say. Oh, and then I died to a biter. That's not very good, but it doesn't really matter because it just means that I have to do a little bit of menuing and then I'm back in the same place I was. Yeah, and I died to a fossil. That's important because that's a very common way to die, and here I die by accident to a torch. I don't know if that's distinct from dying to a grenade, so I didn't actually want to die like that, but it happened. And there I get another torch kill. I'm not sure if I... Ooh, and then I die to a torch again. That's definitely unhelpful. I don't know if I've gotten bomb squad yet. Whoa. Again, it doesn't really matter if I die. It just means that I do 1 second of entering the same game mode and then I'm back to the place I was. Yeah, so I think I'm looking for some more ways to die and combining that search with killing some enemies that I have to kill. Finally get the exterminator. And then what do? I think what do I do at this point? I think I'm confused. Because I have already been smashed. While frozen. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I killing? Oh yeah, I was waiting for the sharp. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, that's okay. Because it should have been arriving earlier. There were very few sharps in that bounty run. And here too I'm very confused. I'm messing about with the rewards. I'm enabling and disabling hardcore mode, and then I'm force spawning Razor Queen so that I can die in more ways. And again with the Razor Queen I'm not really sure what I'm doing. There's so much that can be improved with this game. With the speedrunning of this game. I don't know what counts as distinct deaths. But I can die to the Razor Queen in some seemingly different ways, and then hope that that's good enough. Oh, and here I dodged that box by reflex, and then by accident I dodged that second box. But thankfully I get splatterbait very quickly. And then often when I get to like the later stage of a speedrun, I'm also confused because I didn't think I would get that far. I wasn't really prepared for what was coming. But at least this part of the run is very simple. Just die a lot. And then I have to die 50 more times. At least. So you could probably just skip ahead some minutes. I won't, but you know. Maybe there should be like a warning about flashing. Every time the grenade goes up, there's a flash of white. Ever since I started noticing, I haven't been able to stop noticing like the different elements of the animation. Like it flashes white, and then the blood splat and the crater is just there, and there's a hint of a shockwave moving out. And also some guts or something moving away from the explosion. For some reason the sword just falls flat onto the ground and stays there. I mean, I can't complain. Really, as a Flash game, this is very good. I think. In regards to animations and the art, it's not... I don't think the art is like... I think many people complain about the art, but many people also say that it has the charm, and I say what many people say because personally I don't really care much, and I think it's fine. It's doing a good job. I like the art. It's very representative of the hitboxes, which is very nice. The hitboxes are quite generous even, so I'm happy. Also, there is obviously a lot of work in the animations. I think there's nothing to complain about in the animations, really, because it's an old Flash game made by one person. It's pretty good. Hey, 100 deaths. Now I just have to play practice mode for a bit, and this too you can skip ahead of really, because there's nothing happening. I'm just practicing like the using the range of the Splatmaster correctly, trying to kill Glooples with exactly the edges of the swing area. It's something I've been practicing lately. Yeah, so I suggest you just skip ahead until the end, really, because there's nothing more. Oh, what a boring end to the speedrun. But that's how it is. At least we get the good music. But maybe next time I should turn off the sound effects before before doing this part of the run, and then at least we can enjoy the music undisturbed. Oh, maybe I should stop commenting then. Oh. I'm also a bit conflicted on what to do during the practice mode, because it is affected by lag, the timer. So I want there to be as little lag as possible. That way you can actually get the award in less than 10 minutes, even though it's supposed to be 10 minutes. But I don't know what's the most efficient way to do this. Oh, when I was doing this, like yesterday? Earlier today? I forget easily. When I was doing this run, I was thinking that maybe I should do this in windowed mode, because apparently Flash has less lag when it's generating in a smaller window. You know, there's not as much to do when you're working in a small area. Maybe that would work. Maybe I should like turn down the settings, the graphic settings. Maybe I should take the time to decrease the spawn limit. Maybe it would be less demanding, is that the word? Less demanding for the game if I was playing against like clutters or stickies or something else. Maybe even I could practice against queens and get that practice in. That would be nice. But I don't know if that's the least laggy way to do it. So there are lots of things I don't know how to do, really. There are lots of things I don't understand. There are lots of things I should find out, that I can find out, but I haven't because it's boring. I just want to play the game. It's not very fun to read through source code. It's kind of fun because it's a subject I'm interested in, but I would much rather play the game. Also, like, I could be doing tests to find out what kinds of distinct deaths, for example. And I've done a bit of testing, found out that dying to an amalgam is the same as dying to an usul, and that's useful to know. I didn't use that knowledge in this run, I actually specifically didn't use it, I forgot. And here I figured that I should try to do it in windowed mode. Maybe that saves some frames. So I could do some testing to find out things. I could read through the source code, but both of those things are not as fun as actually playing the game, so I don't do it much. Neither of those things are as fun as playing the game. Time should stop as I get the moment that I get academic, because that's the last of the relevant awards, as I like to call them. The relevant awards are all the rewards except the ones that require you to play for a certain amount of time in any game mode. Something very special about this run was that that out of the irrelevant awards, there was 3 I didn't get. And I think this is the first time that I haven't gotten the play for 45 minutes award. I think for the last record that I posted, the one at 57 minutes 47 seconds, I think I got the play for 45 minutes award right before I finished the run. Just before I finished the run. But I don't get it this time, so because this one is better than the last one. So that's very nice, it's like a milestone. And of course, being this close to 50 minutes, and being someone who likes watching speedruns, I want to try to get below 50 minutes, as if getting below 50 minutes is more special than getting below 53 minutes or 51 minutes or any arbitrary number. But for some reason it's very appealing to think that maybe I'll get below 50 minutes. And there is academics. Stopped the time at 53:11, and I choose to run down because the time was stopped slightly too late, and the timing started slightly too early in the beginning, and I'm not very accurate. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.